The sky never came down. So Utpal has been writing poems, fictions and articles on cinema in English and Bengali. So,
I have a Calcutta that it's a post Durga Puja show visit to all of you. Can you tell me your question?
can you tell us about the book?
It's all about what we wrongly did in the past and still continue it. We should change that evil trait.
Okay, and
mankind is not only important. Everything that moves and lives on it, no less important today. So I choose this subject of civilization. Actually, it's how civilization came, what it did to the Mother Earth, and what we have cost for it. This is the subject actually.
okay, so you wrote about jackals. So why did you choose to write about jackals instead of humans?
Here, jackals are not only jackals. First of all, earlier I told you, human or mankind is not only important, everything is important to nature earth. So I chose nearest species to the nature, that is jackal. And moreover, jackal is not a jackal. Ultimately, it represents the tortured, the downtrodden, and the tortured, mostly tortured or illiterate people.
So what was your character building process like?
To be frank, I never built any character. The characters are already in the society. I just simply painted them.
So is there any real life character that inspired you to write the book or any character?
Yes. The people, I will, their love of power, their love of possession, their love of hatred demoralized me. And that demoralization part me. That demoralization part people inspired me to write this.
Okay, so now my question is that how well do you think that you have conveyed your emotions on paper?
I think I have justified myself. The reader will say the rest. Sending me some suggestions to forward to the executive. I will tell them in private.
So can you read a few lines from your book, or tell us any favorite lines from your book?
Yes, I have very few lines.
Yes.
I will read, but first I will like to read the plot of the book. One empire expands and thrives on the death ground of another. The empire of human civilization did same on the kingdom of nature. So was the destiny of a pack of jackals of this fiction under the steamroller aggression of the human urbanization. It's an allegorical fable of imaginative fantasy, questioning the advance of civilization and the right of authoritarian instinct of mankind. It is also a note on ecology and disorientation of nature by what we tag as advancement of civilization. It also throws light on all sorts of beings that were and are still being thrown away from their natural abode and made stateless on ethnic grounds and compelled to cross borders for shelter and food. The novel describes how a handful of power-loving beings for all time shapes the future of a place as well as its people. people of the land, the fate of the very place in the name of bright and lucrative urbanization, as the fate of the jackal of this noble is shaped and sent to the darkness of future. The whole story unfolds through the answers of a mother jackal to the curious questions of her baby jackal trapped in a walled urban factory premises. And the question is, does the fate do the final justice to the homeless jackals? I will only read at least one page from the beginning. That's all, that will do. My father died before he could blow a proper and normal breath just after completing a customary conjugal mating. When I was a kid, some motley butterflies hovering in dancing trills while balancing themselves in the breach told me that some animals who stand and walk on their hind legs and use their front legs as hands cudgeled my father to death. Being an innocent jackal kid back then, I have no idea what animals they could be. But as I grew sufficient, I came to know that those two-footed things were great improvisers and wielders of their acrimonious sagacity as weapons to domineer other movers on earth and things of nature. And by snatching their free lands, they live and move about, or even driving them away from their nature-given habitat. They could even go to any extremity to crush other nature movers to liberate their avarice. That will do.
Thank you so much. And it's my last question to you, that what advice do you have for other writers?
It will be too much for me to advise the other writers. But one thing I can say for the aspiring new writers, don't bother for getting published. First, concentrate on your writer and reach that capacity or capability to be called a writer. Your work will be automatically published by someone or other in the world. That has happened to me too. Thank you.
Well, that's a great advice. So thank you so much for your time, and most importantly, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. We had a great time chatting with you, and Utpal's new book, The Sky Never Came Down, is on display today, so you can check it out and purchase it from here. His book can be found on our official website as well. So thank you so much for all your time once again.
So thank you very much. I have good knowledge on it. I have all emotions that I have paid down.